KHTS.
Hometown, your hometown station.
Santa Clarita's hometown station, KHTS. Hey, make sure you go to hometownstation.com for all the latest and greatest Santa Clarita has to offer. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and always keep it tuned here to your hometown station at KHTS. I have a very special guest in studio. Speaking of the greatest Santa Clarita has to offer, the Go Jazz Big Band presents 1917, the year that changed the course of jazz history. The show's happening on November the 19th, and I have in studio with me, we have Brian Leff, right? I said that right?
Yes.
Leff. It's not like Leff or something, some exotic name that I'm not aware of. Okay, that's good news. How are you, Brian?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, and you are the director of jazz studies over at West Ranch High School, correct?
Correct, yes.
Okay, so you're just up to your neck in jazz.
Yeah, that's
what's
what I
going
do.
on. What got you into? So we'll talk about the event in just a second, but what got you into? Let's start music in general. What got you into music?
I started playing trumpet in the 5th grade, and like many school programs, they offer it, during the day, and it seemed like everyone was doing it, and I didn't really have my family doesn't have any musical background.
Oh, really?
No, all my friends were signing up for music, and I said, sure, let's do it. And it seemed like everyone was doing it, so I just kind of picked an instrument and went with it, and just kind of got more interested and became more passionate about it as I went, and here I am today.
It's a good thing your friends weren't into fight clubs, so it's lucky for your parents.
We can't talk about that.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay, so it's been history. Have you played do you only play the trumpet? What other instruments do you play?
Trumpet is my main instrument,
Okay.
and since I went to college for music education, we have to learn all the instruments.
Okay.
So I have learned all of them at some point, but I'm a lot better at all the brass instruments. So I play trombone, French horn, baritone, and I do play piano and a little saxophone.
A friend of mine's dad is a composer, and he's a musician, obviously. And so he's like, I was like, "What? How many instruments do you play?" And he's like, if it makes noise, I can kind of make it sound good.
Basic ability on all instruments.
Yeah. So if you went to college for it, I'm sure you
Yeah.
have. If you see something, you're like, okay, I could play it.
I'll
I could figure it
Yeah,
out. Okay.
exactly.
So how did you get involved in the Go Jazz Big Band?
The Go
stuff?
Jazz Big Band was started by my predecessor at West Ranch when he retired, Bob Babco, and he started the band for community musicians and teachers like myself to play in it. So I started playing in the band since the beginning back in 2011, just playing trumpet and just a regular band member. And then when he stepped down as director, I took over 4 years ago as director. So now I play in the band and direct the group.
Okay, cool. And is there something about jazz that you liked more? Obviously, the trumpet is kind of that's the jazz instrument. But what was it about jazz that caught your ear?
It's awesome because I think it's one of the few musical opportunities that you can really express yourself through improvisation, and you're collaborating on the spot, and it allows you to be free. You're playing your own music. There's a lot more opportunities for interpretation of the music as opposed to playing someone else's music and having to play it the same way every single time. So there's much more of a community and collaborative and creative aspect in playing the music. And it's fun. The music's way more exciting too.
So that's what I was going to ask. The jazz is we're speaking with Brian Leff. He's the director at West Ranch High School. The event is the Go Jazz Big Band presents 1917, the year that changed music. You can go to gojazzbigband.com to learn more about it, or just keep listening because we're going to continue to talk about it. But I wanted to ask you, jazz is kind of like the soccer of, I'm a sports guy, so this is kind of the soccer of music, right?
Yeah.
Where they just go, right?
Yeah.
And so this is interesting to me because I've never asked these questions before, but jazz is, you guys don't know what you're going to play beforehand, or a little bit?
There's some sort of plan. I mean, jazz musicians have been studying it and practicing and working on it. It's not completely free form.
Yeah.
We have the training in the right areas to kind of point us in the right direction, but you can kind of have a plan, but really a lot of it is just, when you get to that solo, it's okay, whatever I'm feeling today, I can put into my playing. And
so it's like improv then.
It's exactly, that's what
you have a direction. You have a direction of where you want to go,
Yeah.
but how you get there is up to you.
Totally. Improv, that's what we do.
Nice, man. Again, go check it out. Okay, so let's talk about the show. The Go Jazz Big Band show presents 1917, the year that changed the course of jazz history. 1917, talk to me, why 1917?
So 100 years ago, 1917 was the first ever jazz recording, first ever commercial recording. So it was done by the original Dixieland Jazz Band, so kind of the beginning of jazz history, but the first ever recording. So we're going to recreate that version, which is very cool. And then also that year, 4 monumental names of jazz were born that year. So Dizzy Gillespie, Ella Fitzgerald, Thelonious Monk, and Buddy Rich. So all
Heard of
born,
them?
Yeah,
I've heard of all of them.
Yeah, good. Huge names, even outside of the jazz world, people know those names. So we're going to be playing their music as well.
Is there a better drummer than Buddy Rich in the history of drums?
I don't think so.
Maybe
I
the
think he's
person
still
who
one.
invented drums.
I wouldn't even say that.
Yeah.
Buddy Rich took it to another level. So
Yeah, he did. Okay, so that's awesome. How do people? Where is it at? Let's talk about
the
that.
concert's at West Ranch High School in Stevenson Ranch.
Okay.
And the concert starts at 3:00. Tickets will be sold just day of, right before the show. Box office will open at 2:00, and the doors will open at 2:30. Tickets are $10 for general admission, $5 for seniors, and all students are free.
Awesome. All students.
Any student.
Any student.
Yeah.
All right. What if I'm a student of the world?
We'll get you in free.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Thank you, Brian. Appreciate you. Again, go to gojazzbigband.com to learn more about this and go check it out. Jazz. It's you. I feel like you're a little bit cooler too if you're into jazz, right? You're like the coolest guy at West Ranch.
I'm biased, but
Yeah.
I'd say so.
Yeah.
We're the coolest of all the musicians,
Yeah.
I would say, at least.
Okay. All right. You got there's like unofficial street cred.
Definitely.
With, definitely. I see. You know.
Yeah.
You know. gojazzbigband.com for more information. Thanks, Brian, for coming by.
Thank you for having me.
Your hometown station, KHTS.